Hey guys, welcome back to the second video of the bridge analysis series. If you haven't seen the first video, make sure you watch it as it covers a lot of the more basic strategies in terms of bridge, whereas in this video I take a look at some more intermediate and advanced strategies. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm playing my friend BuckyBarr, a very solid player, so let's take a look at what I do well and what I do not so well. I immediately land the Kashoot, which allows me to get to the center faster. But when I bypass, he backs up and is able to get me. In the future, I should drop down lower so he has to also drop in order to defend me, instead of allowing him to get the easy one-tap. When he bypasses, he plays it well and drops low, forcing me to void as I have a bad position. This leaves me with the 1v1 against him, and, well... He is able to develop dual head hitter systems on either side of the bridge, which is going to be very annoying to defend. Since my strength is PvP, he knows this and tries to avoid PvP for most of the game. He opts to tunnel and bypass, which is smart as he is very strong at doing that. After killing him, I should patch some of his bypass right away. Instead, I try to get pressure, and when he bypasses immediately, I take the race. Even with almost perfect optimization, he's able to win pretty easily, which shows that this bypass is much stronger than I anticipated. After I kill him, I decide to keep bypassing instead of going up avoiding. I optimize poorly, and since he races, he's able to narrowly score before I can. Overall, I played very poorly this game. All 5 of his goals came from either races or his bypass, which shows that I greatly underestimated the bypass and should have patched it earlier. He also made the game a bypass and tunnel game, which is his strength, opposed to a PvP game, which is my strength. Let's take a look at the next game and see if I do better. The next game is on Fortress, a hippo and wing map. My goal will be to force PvP and develop a strong wing, instead of letting the game be developed to be a bypass and tunnel game. I make the decision to only hippo one side and get the wing going early. I let him get the goal as well, as the wing is very strong on Fortress. And if I kill him close enough to his side, I'm able to drop down and score without interacting with him again. Since I kill him too far from his side, I have to gap instead of dropping down right away. I get him one last time, and now I'm close enough to score. My plan of forcing PvP seems to be working well. Notice how he has 3 counter wings. This is the best way to counter a wing. One from your base / spawn, one near the center of the bridge, and one in between to bridge the gap. Bucky races when I'm on the wing, but since I have a big hippo and I don't have to go through his hippo, I am able to win the race. I force PvP one last time, and since I am very close to his side, I am able to drop down and score uncontested. Overall, I played very well this game. I gave up the goal early to develop a strong wing, and I forced PvP every chance I could get to capitalize on it. I was able to hold consistent pressure the entire game once I developed the wing, which was crucial. He developed a solid wing of his own. Though I countered it okay, he was able to use it effectively at times. He also was able to counter my wing as well as he could, though the trade-off for countering a wing well is that it now is a good area for PvP, which I thrive in. I opt for the no hippo strategy again since it proved to be a smart play last game. One of the big differences between Fortress and Boo, however, is the fact that the fastest way to score is through the top, not the side. This means that the wing is not as strong on Boo. He wings off of my wing, which will be a pain to deal with, and if he counters my wing well, he will have total map advantage, making it very hard to come back from. I decide to take the race, which in hindsight is a pretty bad race, as he has a head hitter system and a hippo, but he falls, which allows me to score. To try and regain map advantage, I decide to hippo immediately after the cages drop. I am able to hippo and void, but he is in a very good spot to score, especially without the hippo on the left side. try to salvage the hippo and patch, but I take too long and he scores again. I end up giving up 2 goals to balance the map out, so let's see if I can capitalize on an even map. I noticed that he does not have a way to defend the right side from where he is without falling, so I decided to take advantage of that and rush, keeping the high ground and gaining distance away from him. I protect myself with blocks and build up, and I'm able to run down the stairs and score. Even though he has a good pie pass, he has to mine through the hippo, whereas I can stay high and drop down without slowing down. I drop down and make a head hitter, forcing him to drop to defend me. I am able to stay high and switch sides for the final goal. Some things I did well this game are consistently win PvP to maintain pressure, retake map advantage without digging too deep of a hole for myself, play good defense frequently, and not give up pressure for too long. However, I did still make some mistakes this game. I did not hippo immediately, and since he countered my wing well, I ended up down a hippo with no compensation. I also took too long to regain map advantage, allowing him to score 2 easy goals that way. Let's take a look at the final game and see how I play. Disclaimer, we played a game on Stumped, and he won 5-3 and played very well, but 7 out of 8 of the goals were to races, so there wasn't really much to analyze. I hippo Urban pretty slow, but right now my only goal is to stop him from winging. I let him bypass and he falls, which is exactly what I want. I want to force a PvP game and limit the amount of wings to 0. I knock him off when he bypasses, but he's able to get a nice extension. Anytime you're falling off on your opponent's side, placing a few blocks that you'll be able to use later is a very smart way to gain map advantage passively. I underestimate his bypass and clip a little, which results in me losing the race. Note that it is faster to go through the hippo in most cases, and even if it was equal, he still has to patch, which I can use to gain pressure. I fall down, but I see the white clay, which indicates the center of the map, so I know that I'm starting closer to his goal than he is to mine, which allows me to win the race pretty easily. Because he patches some of my bypasses, this allows me to get to the center quicker, giving me time to bypass. I drop very low, leaving him behind me, and I'm able to score. Notice how I see that he does not patch the hippo when I'm falling. We'll see if I can use that information later. Normally I'd be hesitant to race, but since he has a hole in his hippo, I only have to break 1 block to get through, giving me the score in an otherwise close race. I fight him 2 more times, getting him both times, and I drop to the left side. He's in a bad spot and he has to void, for if he lands on the ground, I'm able to place blocks right there, blocking him off. He drops on me and I'm able to win the close fight for the win. Overall, I played a very solid game through and through. I was able to win PvP, I stopped from developing a wing, and I played to my strengths. And I took smart and calculated races for the most part. I had 1 slip up where I underestimated his bypass, but besides that, I played a very clean game. Note that these games were just games among friends, so don't try to use these to justify me being a better player. He's a very strong player and an even better person, so make sure you show him some support if you haven't already. Let me know if you guys like the longer version of these, or if you prefer the 5 to 6 minute 2-game videos. Make sure you follow me on Twitch and join my Discord, and if you like the video, consider subscribing. See you guys next time.